Hello Nigerians, you're welcome to the Gist Villa. I am Otra Saying. The former governor of Anambra State, Mr. Peter Obi, has hailed the reappointment of Ngozi Okonjo Iweala as the Director General of the World Trade Organization for his second term. Recall that on Friday, the General Council of the World Trade Organization announced in a tweet that the organization had reached a consensus to reappoint Okonjo Iweala for his second term, taking effect from September 1, 2025. In a statement made on his X page, Mr. Obi expressed deep satisfaction with her reappointment. He said, and I quote, "I am sincerely delighted at the reappointment of the very dear elder sister, Ngozi Okonjo Iweala, as the Director General of the World Trade Organization for a second term, effective from September 2025. The very heartwarming news was just announced by the General Council of the organization. Iweala's admirable character, impressive resume, and the litany of achievements in public officials stand her out as a competent leader for such a noble position. With her very visible contributions to our national development and the global community, she remains one of Nigeria's most valuable human capital exports to the world, a symbol of hard work and excellence and a beacon of hope and inspiration for the younger generations. As she is set to continue to pilot the affairs of this global organization for another 4 years, I wish her more health, strength, and wisdom to continue to stand for what is right. Her rise to greatness through productive contribution to social development stands as a lesson to us Nigerians. First, as leaders who must understand that leadership is a responsibility to care for the people. And then as a people who must understand that our leadership recruitment process must be based on character, competence, capability, and integrity. Congratulations once more to you, Ngozi Okonjo Iweala. A new Nigeria remains possible." Now, end of quote. Okonjo Iweala, the 7th Director General of the World Trade Organization, assumed office on March 1, 2021. She made history as the first woman and the first African to hold this position. Her term is set to conclude on August 31, 2025. Guys, based on Okonjo Iweala's position and her reappointment as a DG of World Trade Organization, I decided to canvass the opinion of some elderly personalities. The first person was Pastor Austin Okoro. Pastor Okoro said that Dr. Ngozi Okonjo Iweala is a woman who was properly, trained from her background. He said because her parents were professors, she was trained to be a leader from childhood. She is a sound economist and a technocrat. And then that explains why she's serving as the position she is into now. But what exactly did she do as a finance minister that helped to stabilize the economy in Nigeria? The question was answered by another personality I spoke with. His name is Mr. Nicholas Urunwonye, a seasoned journalist and a public affairs analyst. Mr. Nicholas said that while Dr. Okonjo Iweala was Minister of Finance, she was able to negotiate a lot of debt forgiveness. Debt forgiveness in international economic relations simply refers to the cancellation or reduction of a country's debt by its creditors. This practice is often appealed to heavily debt-poor countries like Nigeria. Now, the goal is nothing but to alleviate the financial pressure on these countries, allowing them to redirect their resources towards essential development projects and poverty reduction efforts. Now, so according to Mr. Nicholas, Dr. Okonjo Iweala was able to secure a deal with the Paris Club, to whom Nigeria owed a huge amount of money. The deal led to the cancellation of Nigeria's 30 billion naira debt, and then helped the country to redistribute the resources to a more important project in the country. Now, Mr. Nicholas also said that Dr. Okonjo Iweala undertook a lot of physical reforms during her administration. And then prior to her administration, between 1999 and 2007, Transparency International rated Nigeria so poor in terms of corruption. But when Dr. Okonjo Iweala came on board as a finance minister and economic coordinator under former President Goodluck Jonathan, Nigeria lost that status as the most corrupt nation in the world. So her pedigree has inspired her position as WTO DG. Then Mr. Nicholas also pointed out another outstanding thing about the woman, That is her commitment towards conducting herself as an African and despite heading a global body. According to him, Dr. Okonjo Iweala has been able to marry African and Western values. You can see it in the way she dresses, the way she speaks. And then the last person I spoke to is Mr. Tony Eromono, who is also an experienced journalist and who was popular for his exclusive opinions and articles in the 90s. Mr. Eromono seemed to know the woman background personally. He said that she was able to ascend to her current status through networking. When she was still 9 years old, she was co-opted into the intellectual class in what Mr. Elomono called the Harvard Yard, where Dr. Okonjo Iweala's mother was teaching in the US. So Mr. Elomono said that Dr. Okonjo Iweala got a position not merely because of her outstandingness, but she had the connection. He also said that she might have gotten re-elected because her policies and governance have been appealing to the Western world. Anyway, despite differing takes, Dr. Ngozi Okonjo Iweala has emblazoned her name on the sand of time as one of the greatest women in history. And finally, viewers, do you know that you must not be in government for you to create a change? A man named Pablo Casals once said that to the whole world you might be just one person, but to one person you might be the whole world. There is a Nigerian who, don't need to be in government for you to create a change. In other words, you are a great man, not when you do great things, but when you do little things greatly well. In this regard, the popular social media influencer, VeryDarkMan, who has voluntarily and selflessly helping Nigerians in troubles to, better their lives. VeryDarkMan has continued to do wonders. This time, he has helped a family to submit a petition to the Central Bank of Nigeria. The family who has accused Access Bank of stealing over 500 million naira belonging to them. VeryDarkMan is then asking the CBN to investigate the matter. Take a look.
All right, so I'm here with Mama, and behind us is CBN, Central Bank of Nigeria. So we are going there with a petition that the CBN should investigate Access Bank and that they should provide the full record of the accounts that the alleged over 500 million naira is missing. You understand? You cannot present a bank statement where from 2016 to 2020 is missing. What kind of bank statement is that? And you are claiming that you don't know anything about any money that got missing. It doesn't work that way. Initially, they claimed that there was no money in the account or there's no account at all. Then later, they now came back to say there's an account, but there's no money in it. Before then, she went to Access Bank. According to her, she went to Access Bank and told them that there's 2.9 million in the account. And Access Bank said there's no money. But after fighting, she fought with them and they now accepted that there is 2.9 million. Now, it's remaining the 500 million, they are denying it. So we want to take this petition to Central Bank so that they can investigate the account and we'll wait for their response. From here, we go to EFCC and we go to, where else are we going to? Access Bank for the last petition. So let's go to CBN.
Now this camera.
Boss, I greet you. I beg my petition. Make you try your. All right, so we are taking petition to the FCC and the Central Bank of Nigeria. So on Monday, we'll take another petition to the headquarters in Lagos. We wanted to put the petition here in all this Access Bank, but we said no, so that they will not say they did not see it. We'll take the petition to headquarters in Lagos, Victoria Island. We'll book our flight. We'll book flight today from Lagos on Monday. So on Monday, we take the petition to them, no excuse, and we'll wait for, number one, why is it that the bank statement from 2016 is missing to 2020? You understand? So it's important that they tell us what happened to that money. Thank you very much. So Mama, you can go on Monday to enter Lagos. Yes, thank you very much. So, Oga, when we get to forge your name.
Very good indeed. I hope more Nigerians who have the financial, material, and social clout like the VeryDarkMan should come out to aid Nigerians like this. There are several Nigerians who are suffering one kind of injustice or the other. I believe when Nigerians like VeryDarkMan come on board to help Nigerians, the country will become a better place. That's where I draw the curtain. If you like my videos, do not hesitate to hit the like button, make your comment, share my videos, and then subscribe to the Diaspora Digital Media for more exciting stories. I am Otra saying, bye-bye.